that I do every week. Every Monday and Wednesday, guys, I come to you at 11:30. On Mondays, we do a mindset broadcast, and on Wednesdays, we do, great, I get to see it here. I can see the comments. And on Wednesdays, we talk about salon business. And so you guys see in the title, it says, are you too busy to profit in your salon career? Are you too busy to profit in your salon career? And I understand that that can sound like, well, if I'm busy, I'm probably busy making money, right? But I know that many of you are at a point where you've either peaked out in your career, like you've maxed out the number of hours that you can actually take behind the chair, or you just feel maybe that you're working a little bit harder than you desire to work. And we're going to talk about that on today, because busyness is one of the biggest enemies. Hey, Bass Soldier, how are you? Busyness is one of the biggest enemies for hairstylists and salon owners, or any business owner for that matter. And so I'm going to say hello to all of my replay viewers. I am triple broadcasting Periscope, Instagram, and Facebook. So I do want to let you guys who are on with me for Instagram and Periscope, I want to let you know that if the broadcast goes out, hop over to Facebook. There's not a lot of power on the two devices that I'm using for both Instagram and for Facebook. And we're going to get rocking. I'm going to do a quick introduction just in case some of you come on and you've never ever experienced me before. I'm Tanya Wilson-Cherry, beauty business consultant and certified life coach. I have a 20+ year background in the most amazing industry on the planet. The most amazing industry, the beauty industry, and 10 years as a former salon owner. I help hairstylists and salon owners just like yourself get new customers, maintain the ones they have, and profit for real, guys, right? Profit for real in their business. I help hairstylists and salon owners to overcome unlimiting beliefs that keep them from charging their value and actually profiting in their business. And we're going to talk about one of those limiting, I think I said unlimiting, one of those limiting beliefs on today. Hey, Natasha, darling, how are you? Quick favor from you guys, as you're on the broadcast, do me a couple favors. Put your name in the comments. If you've never been on a live with me before, put your name in the comments. Let me know where you're rocking out from. What state? What do you do? Are you a salon owner or a hairstylist in the business? If I say something throughout the broadcast, come on, give me some interaction. Tap the screen for hearts and show your girl just a little love. For those of you on Periscope, it's 3 little buttons. You can press it. It allows you to share out with your followers. Several platforms Periscope is able to share out with. On Instagram, you guys can share as well now. Isn't that awesome? So for you guys who are on Instagram, when you do a live broadcast, your followers can now share that out with other people. So if you haven't had an opportunity to do that, I'd appreciate it. Hey, everybody. Hey, Sojo, Natasha, darling, how are you? And those of you who are my Facebook peeps, there's a little button down the bottom. You guys, it's simple. It says share. You can press it. It allows you to share out with another industry professional. And so, the question that I'm pondering is, are you too busy to profit in your salon career? Are you too busy to profit in your salon career? And this is what I mean by that. So some stylists were having a conversation about the unlicensed YouTuber or the unlicensed stylist and how they are dominating, right, on the scene. It's like they're taking over. This is the conversation that they were having. And many of the stylists were seasoned stylists. They've been in the game for a minute. And so they were in a routine. Somebody put routine in the comments. Because one of the things we have to be so careful about, guys, is that we're not in a routine that's actually not allowing us to profit. We got to make sure we're not in a routine that's not actually allowing us to profit. Now, if you followed me for any number of broadcasts, I talk about systems all the time. I think it's important that we have systems and things that we repeat and we do over and over again. But it's also important that we check those systems to see if we need to tweak it, shift, or anything of that nature. Y'all get that? And so we want to make sure that the routine that we're doing is actually not causing us to profit on another level. And so the stylists, the seasoned stylists, or the stylists who have been in it for a while, we're talking about the fact that they needed to market different, or they needed more exposure. And guys, hey Blondie, hadn't seen you in a minute. I guess you know, I've been rocking out on Facebook so much as well. How are you today, dear? But one of the things, and I thought when I was doing this, everything is just lining up, like my broadcast, what I made our focus for this month, which was your belief. Hey, Lisa girl, how are you? What our focus for the month, for those of you who follow me, you already know we do a focus every month. And last month was planning, and this month is your belief. And I felt the need to use your belief for this month because you guys have probably planned a lot of things that you wanted to do in your business. Hey, darling, hey, blessed hands, for 2018. If you've planned things that you wanted to do in your business for 2018, put me in the comments. If you plan things you wanted to do in 2018, put me in the comments. So planning was our focus for last month, right? But I knew with all of that planning, guys, one of the major things that it takes in order to get those things done, what's affected by all of the things that you've planned is your belief. It's your belief. I'm glad you're doing well, Lisa. It's your belief, right? And so anytime you're operating with limiting beliefs, and your routine can be a limiting belief. I'm going somewhere. This one is heavy. It's good. I'm hoping that you guys get this transformational shift and say, okay, I got to shift this thing and do this baby different if I really want to profit in my salon career, okay? And so, you know, imagine, you know, you need to market differently, but, you know, what you constantly are telling yourself is, I don't have time. I don't have time. Right? I don't have time to post or implement new strategies and things of that nature. Now, last year, probably about maybe 3 months ago, or maybe a little more, I decided to stop doing my live trainings, my salon trainings on my personal page. Now, mind you guys, you know, I took a L. Can I say that? Hey, Maisha, how are you, dear? I took a L in one way, right? But it was a win in another way. So how I took an L was I don't have nearly as many viewers right now on my business page as I did before. And so it would seem like I took an L. Like, who would make that type of move, right? Unless they had a strategy that connected to their reason for moving. So what I'm saying is some of you are in a routine of doing so many clients behind the chair that you won't take time to get intimate with your business. I'm going somewhere, right? And busyness will not allow you time to get intimate with your business. And I'm sorry, Instagram, you guys are going out. You can catch me on my Facebook page. That's Tanya Wilson Cherry, Salon Industry Biz. Tanya Wilson Cherry, Salon Industry Biz. So my name will probably pop up twice, but it's the one with the extended words behind my name. So you can catch me over there in case it goes out on you guys. Okay, so, you know, I made that switch. Another L that I had to take, right? Because I no longer service clients behind the chair full time. And so you guys know hair is good money, right? And so when you're looking to transition over into doing things differently, something might take a slight L, and you have to be willing to maybe miss a little bit of money behind the chair in order to implement the proper things in your business that are actually going to take you to the next level. So another thing that I did about 3 to 4 months ago in my business, you know, because I got to do what I'm suggesting that you all do, right? One of the things I did, you guys know I stand for email marketing. Listen, this is one of the things I think you guys may feel that you're too busy to implement. So I started really focusing more on my email marketing because I knew it was a win-win. I kept at least 1,000 people on my list when I owned the salon, and it was an attraction system for my business. But one of the unique things that I did recently, and I taught this in my email marketing boot camp, is I created funnels. I'm going somewhere. For those of y'all that want to go to the next level, stay on with me. I'm going somewhere. It's going to cause a shift, I promise you, right? And so I created what's called a funnel. Now, your funnel is however your client initially hears about you to the point where they actually get to work with you, right? And so I had a young lady who I recently spoke with, who one found me on one of my live videos. I told y'all video is king, right? So people search for you. They do a search. Remember, they need to see you about 7 to 14 times. So they're looking for other avenues where your content is. So maybe another platform, your website, or something of that nature. She finds, she goes to my website, and she signs up for a free training that I had on my opt-in. Now, those of you who took my email marketing course, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Not only did she take the free training on my opt-in, she ended up scheduling a call with me and then signing up for one of my courses that runs like a G. Somebody tap the screen. Somebody tap the screen. Now, all of this was transpiring, right, while I was doing other stuff. So many of you are looking for new clients. You're trying to figure out how you're going to get more clients in. But you may have to stop the busyness for a minute, which is actually servicing a client, and put some of those systems in place that are going to be working for you while you are behind the chair. Somebody tap the screen, because listen, you can get busy and not even really be profiting, guys, right? You're struggling to get clients. You're trying to figure out, I'm going to post 20 times on today, when you can put systems in place that operate and actually do that stuff for you. Now, mind you, it took me some time to create my funnels and all that other stuff, but now it's up and it's working and it's doing its thing on its own. So for many of you, especially if you're a seasoned stylist and you grinding behind that chair, you can go, but you want next level, right? And you don't want to work as hard as you did before. And you're like, how do I figure out how to add all of this technology stuff in? I saw someone say, I'm so busy, I don't have time. So what that really means when you say that, when you don't have time, when you're so busy that you can't implement the things, revamping, absolutely, Lisa, when you're so busy that you can't implement the things that are going to take you to the next level, because listen, I say all the time, your mind has a lot to do with your money and everything else that you set out to do. You guys got to think. I want you guys to take time to get intimate with your business. So when I say get intimate with your business, I mean to really take time to measure. So I ran up on something else this morning. So I started a second YouTube channel that I wasn't, uploading videos and things of that nature. And there's a video with maybe 800 and some views on it. It's not my highest one. My highest one being about 35,000. But I have other videos that might have 8 people that saw them, right? But the reason why this is I'm telling you guys, you got to take time to get intimate, work smarter, not harder with your business. The reason why there's so many more views on that channel is because I put some systems in place that led to that actual YouTube channel and forgot about it. Y'all tap the screen. Listen, I'm telling you guys, some of the things that you started to do that you have not completed, that you keep saying you're too busy to do, or some of you are even saying you're too busy to take a class and get the information that's going to take you to the next level. So what that means is whatever your routine is now, that's what your routine is going to continue to do until you're willing to make some adjustments and some sacrifices. Maybe, take a day and, cut some of that book off, right? In order to be able to put things in place to really build your business. Okay, so I'm reading this book called The E-Myth. The E-Myth Revisited. Now, I'd already read the book, The E-Myth, and now I'm reading the book, and I thought that book was amazing. But The E-Myth Revisited is on beast mode, okay? And so one of the things I did, I invited you guys in to join me for like a book of the month. Like, we call it a book a month. And the book for the month of February is The E-Myth, and it's by Michael Gerber. So if you haven't gotten the book, go get it. You can you can buy it on Amazon. You can get it on Audible if you want to listen to it in the car. See, there we go with I don't have time, right? I don't have time. I'm too busy. I don't have time. Guys, you got to make the adjustments and make the time to be able to implement things that are going to help take you to the next level. So one of the things that Michael talks about, and this is not the conversation because I said we would have a conversation about the book, and I'm thinking we'll probably do that on like February the 21st. I want us to have a conversation, and I want us to align that book with our salon industry career. Is that cool with you guys? How many of you are in on that? I saw a few people post where they had actually purchased the book and they were getting value from it. And I knew the E-Myth was amazing. But the E-Myth Revisited it's on another level. So one of the things that Michael Gerber, which is the author, said is that many people never ever grow their business. Many businesses close because people stay in the phase of being a technician. Lord have mercy. Y'all tap the screen. Y'all need me to break that down? Aisha says she's in. Awesome. Many people stay in the phase of being a technician in their business. So what does that look like? It looks like you have actually, if you're a salon owner, what it looks like is you've just created a shiny or a fancy looking new job for yourself. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Right? Because you're so focused on being the technician, actually doing the hair. I mean, if that's the case, and this is what Michael says in the book, I've said it before. I love the book because he was dropping such similar nuggets to the ones that I've been sharing before. I was like, yes, Michael, drop those nuggets. He said, look, if you just wanted to be a technician, you might as well close the business. Listen, this is what he said. He said, if you opened a business, or if you're self-employed to only be the technician, you really have created a job for yourself. Why the elaborate salon? Why more bills? Why more stress? Right? I want you guys to take time with me to get intimate with your business. This is one of the things that I do with my clients. This is another reason I say I help stylists and hairstylists and salon owners to overcome limiting beliefs that are keeping them from, one, charging their value, right, and profiting for real. Y'all know I say for real. Somebody put for real. Profiting for real in their business. Morning, Stacy. How are you, dear? And so that was something amazing that he said that stood out for me in the book. If you haven't gotten the book, it's a great book. You're going to get some aha moments and some transformations. And you may even say, you know what, Tanya said that. Tanya said that on a previous broadcast. And so many of us, you know, we play technician so much that it's all we really know how to do. And it's difficult to make that shift to be able to put other things in place that allow us the true freedom. Most of you opened your business because you were looking for profiting for real. Yes, Maisha, most of you opened your business because you were looking for another level of freedom. Did you guys forget that? Did you forget that the main reason that you became self-employed, Lord have mercy, it's because you really wanted another level of freedom? But what you actually have created is a fancy job sometimes for yourself. And what can help you guys to undo some of those things is to get unbusy and long enough to get intimate with your business, to see what you really need to do and what's really going to work, so you don't have to work as hard, but you work smart. So I gave you guys the example before that I have funnels for my for my website and my email, for my email marketing. So those are emails that are already created when you opt in, right? They do their own work. Once I create them, they work on their own. That email, as well as some other pieces of my client attraction system that I put in place, yielded me, a client that she was on my email list. I was like, oh, she saw the free training. This is after I talked to her and I realized who she was, and I saw her. I said, oh, she took the free training that was in my funnel. Y'all don't hear me, right? Oh, she signed up for the SOAR call that was in one of the emails for my funnel. Y'all not hearing me. Now, I know that I'm talking about this as me being a consultant, but let me make it really plain for you guys as you being hairstylists. So maybe you have an attraction system, and maybe you have a funnel, and you've created something so when someone opts in, they may get one email, then another. I teach this to my clients, guys. I teach this to my clients. And that means while you are working behind the chair, right, and next month's book looks a little funny and you're wondering where the clients are going to come from, your systems are already working for you. And so many of you keep saying, I'm too busy. I'm too busy. But are you too busy to profit for real? It's a question you want to ask yourself. And so another reason why it's so important that you guys get unbusy enough to get intimate with your business, right? Another reason it's so important that you guys get unbusy enough to get really intimate with your business. I'm going to give you guys an example. So one of my clients inside my coaching class asked a question, right? because working with me has removed some of the limiting beliefs that she had. She has small children. She doesn't really want to work all of those long evening hours anymore because she wants to be with her family. Y'all tap the screen. How many of you have children? Y'all tap the screen. If you got kids, tap the screen. Even if you come back on, I want you guys to let me know if you have children in the comments, and if spending time with them is important to you, as well as making money, as well as getting the coin, right? And a lot of times the limiting belief is that we have to choose. Like, I have to work all of these long hours. And so working with me, I've helped her. One, this is why you got to get intimate with your business. I help her to get clear on what she really desires in her business. This is why I talk about building a value-based business, figuring out what you really value, and then building your business around those things that you value. So now that she's heard, Maisha said, I have all these kids. Now that you've heard that it's possible for you, you don't have to work 12 hours behind the chair. You can figure out who your ideal customer is and find your perfect people that align with your brand and your situation and still make your money. Now you're open to hearing it differently. So my client is open to hearing it differently. And she's like, I don't really want to work these long hours like this. How do I find people who will come in early in the morning? So I can't give you guys the strategy that I gave her because she's she paid for the information. I want her to feel that it's fair. But I gave her a strategy because now she's recognizing who her perfect people are. And her perfect people are the people that are actually going to help her build the brand that she loves. Somebody tap the screen. If you guys have been following me, you hear me say, I help you create the business and the lifestyle that you love. Y'all don't hear me, right? And so now we're making that possible. I gave her the strategy to be able to find her perfect people that are going to be able to come in and have services earlier during the day, so she doesn't have to, one, cram people in the evening and be there all evening when she'd rather be home with her children. Two, so that she doesn't have to be there like 4 to 5 evenings in order to make her money. So then I'm going to tell you guys how important it is to get intimate with your business. You have children, awesome. How important it is to take the time to get intimate with your business, or find someone like myself to help you break it down. This is why it's so important. If you're too busy to profit, something doesn't add up, right? So because I know who my perfect people are, right? Because I know who my perfect people are. Now, the same young lady wants to go to another level and schedule with me for my upcoming course, 3D Success, Mentorship and Branding Bootcamp. And so she asked me, she said, your 12-week course that you have, what time is it? Is it weekly? How is the course held? So I let her know it's a 12-week course. It's every Monday night at 8:30 p.m. And she was like, she said, because I have small children. Y'all don't hear me. I know who my perfect people are. Do you guys understand that? This is why when you get intimate with your business and you really find out who your ideal customer is, you can create things that are going to be perfect for that customer. So when I created the course and I decided what time I would host it every week, one, I know that part of my ideal customers, or my archetype, my perfect people, they're hairstylists and salon owners, right? And so Mondays is their day off, right? And so I knew that I would host the course on Mondays. But I also knew that a lot of people who follow me have families, they have children. And, at 8:30, most people with school-age children are putting their children to bed. Y'all don't hear me. I know you guys may be saying, what does this have to do with hair? But when you figure out who your perfect people are, you can design your business to meet the needs of those people, and they're also going to fulfill your needs as well. So when she told me that she had small children and it was important to her, and then she said they're usually in the bed by that time, I just said, great. I felt amazing because I'm doing things that attract my ideal customers into my business. I've learned them enough, right, to create things that are going to work for the busy hairstylist or the busy salon owner who has children, but she still wants to take her business to the next level. So guys, take time to get intimate with your business. If you guys are uncertain about who your perfect people are, who you are as a brand, how to express that in the marketplace so you're attracting your perfect people, I invite you, come with me in 3D Success Mentorship and Branding Bootcamp. and let me help you change the trajectory of how you're doing business and how you profit in your business, right? Let me help you do that. February the 12th is the last day for our early opportunity. It's normally $9.97. You save $300 by investing by the 12th. There's also a payment option that you guys can choose where you pay $197 to save your seat, and 30 days later you pay $97, and then 3 weeks after that you begin recurring fees of only $51 a week for 9 weeks. So it's doable. You guys have to take the time. You can't be too busy, guys. You can't be too busy to truly profit in your business, because the way that you're doing it now, you're going to burn out. You're not going to feel fulfilled. You're going to feel frustrated about the industry. You can't be so busy with clients that you can't properly build your business, that you continue to just be the technician that's overworked and underpaid, or feeling overworked and underpaid, or the other areas of your life are like this. You know, it's like this one is on high and everything else, you know, just struggling to catch up, right? And so, guys, for those of you who feel like, okay, I really need to get intimate with my business. How many of you know who your perfect people are, who your ideal customer is, right? We often think that everyone is our customer. But if you really are intimate with your business and you understand your brand, how you show up in the marketplace and who's attracted to your brand, you can build a business that you truly love. You can build a business and a lifestyle. And that's important to me with my clients, that they're able to have that full circle experience in their business and in their life. So you got to ask yourself, am I too busy to profit? Have I been telling myself that I'm too busy? Sometimes you got to take a L in one area, right? But it's really to gain in another area. So some of you are saying, I just got so many clients, I'm just so busy, I don't have time to implement marketing. But you got to implement marketing that's going to allow you to free flow more in your business. And so maybe you've evolved, right? Maybe you're not the same person that you were when you first started doing hair. If you've been doing hair for any number of years, I'm almost certain that who you are now has changed, right? You're no longer that person that wants to work 14 hours behind the chair 5 days a week, sometimes 6, sometimes 7. Y'all tap the screen. If you've been in the industry, you know, 5, 7, 10, 15, 20 years, right? And the person that you were when you started, you are no longer that girl. You're no longer that girl. Put me in the comments if that's not how you want to hump anymore. If that's not how you want to slave behind the chair. It was cute, right? It was cute back then, but not anymore. It's just like, is this what the rest of my life is going to look like? Me slaving behind the chair. And so, guys, 23 years, yes. What you have to know, you have to give yourself permission, one, to evolve. Give yourself permission to evolve, right? And whenever you actually give yourself permission to evolve, there's some things that you're simply going to have to do different. But once you do those things differently and get really intimate with your business, you're going to start enjoying your business even more. I gave an example on the other day where I said, did you guys know you could do as little as 5 clients a day, 4 days a week, and make 6 figures? 5 clients a day, 4 days a week, and make 6 figures. 5 clients a day, 4 days a week, and make 6 figures, right? But it requires you to really get intimate with your business, because, you know, you got to take time to look through your service menu. You have to figure out what you need to do to up level as a brand to possibly be able to have your average ticket price at $100. See, because 100 times 5 is what? 500. Yeah, come on, y'all still with me? 100 times 5 is 500. Y'all tap the screen. On Instagram, you guys can tap the screen for hearts just like Periscope and Facebook can't. If you guys are with me, tap the screen for hearts, right? And so 5 people a week, 5 people a day, 4 times a week can get you 6 figures. You just need to know what you need to do to up-level yourself as a brand to attract the perfect people who are going to be willing to pay you for those services, right? See, we've been taught that we got to work 5, 6, 7 days a week, and you don't. If you understand your brand, if you understand your brand, if you understand who's attracted to your brand, you can make it happen, guys. And I have something amazing. I'm trying not to spill too many beans. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to wait. But I just have some amazing things planned to help you guys on in 2018, right? For those of you who are really looking, you've evolved and you're just not the same person that you were when you first started doing hair. Maybe you need to rebrand, right? Maybe you need to rebrand your business, and you are your brand. So what happens when you evolved and you haven't figured out how to position that for the marketplace? You haven't figured out, you know, what happens is all of your frustration, because you've evolved, right? You just frustrated over the clients, right? And they feel all of that aura, and really you've just changed. You simply changed, and you haven't figured out how to deliver that change to the marketplace so that you're enjoying the time that you're with your clients and you don't feel frustrated or like, oh Lord, I got to go to work. Lord, y'all don't hear me. I know there's many of you that have felt that. Like, man, I don't even want to go and do these clients, right? I want you guys to create businesses and lifestyles that you absolutely love, right? I want you to have staff that are absolutely amazing because you've created a brand that attracts the right staff. Your brand has everything to do with your staff as well. Has everything to do with your staff as well, because your brand is going to attract people into your business, just like you attract clients into your business. Are there any questions on this morning about shifting, right? About evolving, you know, rebranding, finding the perfect people? All of those things are required, right? If you want to shift. And some of you have to just get out of the busyness. And then you have to ask yourself too, because some of you aren't necessarily busy doing clients behind the chair. That's not even your busyness. For some of you are just busy just doing stuff. Just doing stuff. And so you want to be able to get intimate with your business so that you can measure and see what it is that you're doing that needs to shift, be tweaked, or changed, or what it is that you're already doing that could be absolutely amazing if you put more effort and energy in those few places instead of 10,000, right? Sometimes we make it, you know, really difficult. We think that this is hard to do, or repositioning or shifting or changing, but it all happens here first. All of the changes that you want for your business and your life, it's a mental shift that you have to make first. And this is one of the things I help my clients do. I help them overcome the limiting beliefs that keep them from charging their value and profiting for real in their business. Because most of the time, what's really holding you up, guys, it's not the strategy, it's not the technology, it's not any of that. It's here, it's mental. Your mind has a lot to do with your money and everything else that you set out to do. And Periscope, you guys are closing. I think Instagram is almost about to go out. But guys, you need to be exposed to knowing that the opportunity to do it different is available to you. And once you get that exposure, I see some people who've worked with me before. What does that exposure do for you? When you're exposed to something saying, oh, I can do it this way and actually make more money and work less, right? It changes everything. It changes everything that you do. It changes how you do hair. It changes how you feel about going to work. It changes the time you're available to spend with your family. It changes the time that you're able to do self-care. You know, one of the grave things about being a stylist and working such long hours is we tend to be kind of last on the list. We tend to be last on the list. And then we burn out and we're not even any good to ourselves anymore. So guys, are you too busy to truly profit in your career? For those of you who are joining us for 3D Success, you can go to renewfullcircle.com/3D Success, renewfullcircle.com/3D Success, and sign up today. For those of you who are who take fast action on this, you actually get a bonus 30-minute business assessment with me prior to the course so that we can get really intimate. Although we're going to get intimate inside the 12 weeks, but you get me one-on-one. And that's a bonus I'm giving to those who sign up early. And they're just serious about going to the next level. It is for someone who's serious about their business, who really knows that going to the next level, you know, next year is not when they want it to happen. They want to begin putting things in place so in the next 30, 60, 90 days, they can begin seeing the results. Because those 90 days are going to go by whether you do anything or not. And so will 2019 feel the exact same as 2018? A lot of that has to be made, that mental shift has to be made in 2018 so you can take action on those things. That's the only thing that makes one year different from the next. It's a decision. It's the only thing that makes one year different from the next is a decision. It's deciding. It's like, okay, I'm done with feeling overwhelmed. I'm done with feeling overwhelmed. I need another level of clarity. I've evolved. I need to rebrand myself to attract who my perfect people are now, not who they were 10 years ago. You guys get that? I don't want to try to play catch up with all the new kids on the block. I have something absolutely amazing, my experience that I can merge with something relevant and have something really amazing that, you know, I'm fulfilled in and I love, you know, so I don't lose my passion in the industry. But guys, that's my take on today. I appreciate you guys. Do me a favor as you leave out, if you got something from the broadcast, be sure, tap the screen for heart, show your girl a little love. Are you too busy to really profit in your business? It's not too late to share. Another industry professional who's slaving behind the chair, they need to hear this message. It's 3 buttons on the left on Periscope. You can press it and share out on several platforms. On Instagram, you guys can share, and Facebook, the button says share. You can press it. Someone else needs to hear the message. For those of you who want to sign up on my email list, I send tips and free trainings and things of that nature. You can go to renewfullcircle.com. And again, if you're signing up with us for 3D Success Mentorship and Branding Bootcamp, that's renewfullcircle.com/3D Success. You guys have a super, super amazing day. I pray that you guys got value from this. I pray that mentally you made the mental shift to do what's necessary to get unbusy long enough to truly profit in your salon career. Peace. I don't know how to. Y'all see me making a mess over here. Bye bye, Facebook.